The Kansas City Chiefs just got a huge injury update on wide receiver Hollywood Brown. Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy. I'm a local Kansas City-based content creator covering this Chiefs team on a daily basis. And the best thing you guys can do to support me and this channel is by hitting the like button on this video and subscribing for more daily Chiefs coverage. Now, yesterday, before the Chiefs took on the Carolina Panthers, we got a massive injury update on wide receiver Hollywood Brown. According to Jonathan Jones, who is the lead NFL insider for NFL on CBS, Hollywood Brown could be back on the field this season as early as Christmas. Again, this is all according to Jonathan Jones, who is a very reliable source for the NFL. Again, he's the lead NFL insider for CBS Sports. Now, this is very intriguing because the Chiefs play the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas in Pittsburgh. This game could have massive playoff implications. Maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers are fighting for the number one seed. Maybe the Chiefs could wrap up that number one seed if they could defeat the Steelers on Christmas. And the Chiefs could potentially get their number two wide receiver back at the perfect time. Hollywood Brown has been out for the entire season. He hurt his shoulder in the first preseason game on the first drive of the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's been rehabbing that shoulder each and every single day in the Chiefs facility, and he's made great progress. And it seems like, that timeline for his return was going to be mid to late December. I've heard, as early as early December, but I think that we all kind of assumed that Hollywood Brown would be back mid to late December, maybe January at the latest, but it seems like we have great news that Hollywood Brown is going to return on Christmas. And if you guys saw, he actually tweeted out a picture of some very festive cleats that kind of look like some maybe Christmas Day cleats. Maybe he is set to return on Christmas, and we're finally going to get to see what Hollywood Brown looks like in a Chiefs uniform, because we did not see any real sample size of how the Chiefs could utilize him in their offense, and we might see this offense go from being kind of mediocre to being really good, because Hollywood Brown can stretch the field in ways that rookie Xavier Worthy is working on. I think that Xavier Worthy is a great wide receiver. He's been a pretty good rookie, and he's developing nicely, but Hollywood Brown is established. Hollywood Brown has been a consistent number one or even number two wide receiver in the NFL, and you're adding him back to the fold. You're going from, Justin Watson and, Juju Smith-Schuster. You have those guys still, but you're adding a talent like Hollywood Brown to an offense that is looking for more wide receiver help. Because you've seen in the past couple weeks, they've been using Noah Gray a lot. And I love Noah Gray, and that's no knock on him. I think he's been fantastic, but you're going to finally have someone else opposite of DeAndre Hopkins, opposite of Xavier Worthy, who can stretch the field, who can kind of take over and maybe fill a bit of that Rashee Rice role. Because we're not going to get Rashee Rice back at any point this season, but if Hollywood Brown returns on Christmas, they're going to have a chance to figure out how to utilize him in this offense before the playoffs. And Chiefs Kingdom, I don't know about you, this is the best Christmas gift we could possibly get. Adding Hollywood Brown to this offense, I think, makes the offense 5 times better, and they're going to be able to do so much more in terms of throwing the football, and they're going to be more explosive. And going into the playoffs with Hollywood Brown on this roster, it's going to be a scary sight for other teams, because you have to game plan for DeAndre Hopkins, you've got a game plan for Xavier Worthy's speed, and oh yeah, you're adding another guy that can run a 4.4 flat and who can just explode down the field. So I'm super excited to get this news about Hollywood Brown. I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. What do you think about this report from Jonathan Jones of CBS, CBS Sports? I think it's a great, update. We're still expecting him to come back at some point in December. Maybe it's a week before or a week after, but the timeline being set for a Christmas Day return would be pretty sweet. Seeing him take the field in Pittsburgh for the first time in the regular season, there is no bigger game left on the Chiefs' schedule than this one in Pittsburgh. So I think that you're getting him back at the perfect time. And as you kind of saw with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins, he kind of supplied some juice. When you added D-Hop into the fold, the offense overall looked better. What he did against, the Buccaneers, what he's done against, teams like the Bills, the usage hasn't been too much, but he's kind of supplied some life and energy into this offense, and he's been a great mentor to the other guys. And I think that Hollywood Brown is going to add that spark, add that juice into the offense, and he is coming back at the perfect time. I mean, Chiefs Kingdom, you're going to get guys like Isaiah Pacheco back, in the coming weeks. You're going to get Hollywood Brown back on Christmas. Charles Omenihu is close to returning. DJ Humphries, your new left tackle, he's going to be in the fold on, December 8th against the Chargers. You are adding pieces to this offense at the perfect time because you're going to go into the playoffs mostly healthy. And that has been the big issue of mine, is that if this Chiefs team goes into the playoffs without being fully healthy, I'm going to be a bit concerned. But if you can go in with a healthy Hollywood Brown who hasn't, taken any hits, he's going to be able to be fresh for the playoffs, and that is such an exciting thing for this offense. So Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Are you super excited about Hollywood Brown returning on Christmas? Do you think that he returns on Christmas, or is it going to be a week earlier or maybe a week later? And even if he does return on Christmas, I'm not expecting a super big impact. I'm expecting maybe a couple targets, a couple catches for anywhere from 20 to 60 yards. I'm not expecting an 140-yard performance. I'm not expecting 2 touchdowns. I just think that he can supply some juice, a reliable wide receiver who has that trust of Patrick Mahomes. And I think it's just another guy that opposing defenses are going to have to game plan for. Because the Chiefs offense, while they haven't been super electric, DeAndre Hopkins is a nightmare problem. He is a matchup nightmare for just about any DB. You got Xavier Worthy, who has game-breaking speed. Hollywood Brown is nearly just as fast as Xavier Worthy, but he can catch the football. He's a better wide receiver than Xavier Worthy at this stage in their careers. And so I'm super excited to add someone with that kind of speed, that kind of big game ability back into this offense. We have not seen any, Hollywood Brown tape this year. We don't know what he's going to be in this offense. And so that mystery, that not knowing is super exciting to me. So Chiefs Kingdom, that is all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. I have been pushing stuff out each and every single day, just like today, multiple times a day. And the best thing you guys can do to support me and this channel is by hitting the like button on this video and subscribing to this channel. We are so close to 9,000 subscribers. Let's get to that goal in the next couple weeks. And let's continue growing and continue building the best Chiefs fan base on YouTube. Go follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok, KC_Sports Report, and Twitter at KC Sports Report and at the Michael Darcy. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video, and as always, go Chiefs.